Welcome to Healing in Progress. On this episode of the Healing in Progress podcast, we have my friend and my hairstylist, Angelina Lene, in the house. She's the owner of the Black Hair Shop and one of the owners of Ombodhi Village. And I really wanted to have Angelina on today to talk to us about the black hair experience and the importance of hair overall on our healing journey. For me personally, my hair has been one of the greatest ways I express myself. It's changed as I've changed. As I've evolved, you can track it almost, the evolution of my hair through these pictures. Mm-hmm. It's like, what was she experiencing? What was she going through? I just shared a picture with my purple. I had my purple low fade.
I saw it.
Yeah.
It was fresh.
Okay. That was a time.
She was always stylish.
That was a time.
Yes.
See? And now I'm not doing that right now, but my hair stays done.
Yep.
Very cute.
You don't play with
them. And that's because of her right here. So I want to give her a chance to introduce herself also so that you can get to know her, and then we're going to get into the conversation.
Okay. Thank you for having me, first of all.
Thank you for being here.
We started this conversation in a chair.
We did.
And we're going to continue this conversation so we can give people exposure to this type of topic. Mm-hmm. So I'm Angelina Lene. I'm the owner of Black Hair Shop, which is now Ombodhi Village. It's beginning to expand more than I even imagined. I'm born and raised right here in Las Vegas, Nevada.
You are?
Yeah, girl.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
My grandma came to Las Vegas in 1950 from Louisiana. So my family's from Louisiana and Mississippi. And she came with 2 kids, but she had 7 more. So
wow.
I have a lot of family here. I have a lot of family in the South, but I've never been to the South. This month I'm going for the first time. So I'm ready just to place my feet on those grounds and see energetically what DNA is going to be unlocked when I'm going to come home with. More inspiration, more culture, more ancestral connections. Mm-hmm. But yeah, born and raised in Vegas. Most of my cousins do hair, but I'm the only one that took it serious. I was inspired by my cousins to do hair. Uh-huh. Outside of the fact that I craft, I'm a Capricorn, so, I got to get that money.
These earth
I got to be doing something.
Yep.
And when I saw my cousin braiding, 'cause she used to do our hair too, I was like, I got to do that. I had to learn how to do that. So I started practicing on little baby doll heads, little Barbie heads, like small. Practicing on those, and then you remember the My Size Barbie?
Yeah.
I had one of those. Yep. Practicing on those because she was a little more close to a human.
Yep.
And then I started on myself, and then from myself to my sister, my mama, my cousin, my auntie, my uncle, everybody in my family. That's where I was getting my training grounds at. By the time I got into the 8th grade is when I actually officially started taking clients.
What?
Yeah.
13 years old?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I started taking clients. So when I got in high school, I was doing everybody hair. And I only was doing braids at that time. Like, I wasn't doing weaves or anything like that.
That's a Capricorn.
Just braids.
That's a Capricorn through and through. You're going to find a way to make some money.
Because me and my cousins had to have a good time. Yeah. And I had to be the one to provide the whip. And I had to provide the money. So when we go out, I'm feeding everybody. Mm-hmm. I'm making sure we get to our location. Because we was crumping.
What?
We was crump dancers.
What?
So we had to pull up to the sessions. And while we was at those long sessions, we needed to have food. We needed to have a whip. So I was doing hair at school.
Oh, my goodness.
I was doing people mama's hair, people brother's hair. I was doing everybody hair.
Honestly, since you've been starting my hair, I don't see the reason to go nowhere else.
Because it's not just the skill, it's the experience.
It's the full experience. Mm-hmm. It's unlike any other experience that I've had anywhere that I've gone to get my hair done, of course. And the way that you do hair is so much love in it too. Mm-hmm. The crown, the hair is so spiritual. Yes. It's really important that whoever's touching it, they're energetically aligned, and they're not doing anything crazy. Yeah. They're not carrying that whatever negative energy into your experience. And every time I'm in your chair, it feels like an extension of my home. Mm-hmm. And that's what I enjoy.
I love that.
Yeah, I'd be in there all night.
Yeah, and not just from me, like you having that experience with me as a stylist, but also coming into the space knowing that it was set up for you to feel that way. Mm-hmm. It was intentional. I intentionally did it because we know that black hair starts in the community. Mm-hmm. We know that it starts in our house. The history of black hair comes from the kitchen, where we come together and we put that hot iron on our hair with grease that say don't do it, but they do it anyways.
Yeah.
So we came far with our hair, and I just wanted to get back to the roots of our identity when it comes to black hair, and that is being natural. And also wearing hairstyles that represent us. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't wear weaves or you shouldn't wear extensions, but you should start with your own identity. So if you're wearing braids or extensions, the texture should match your hair texture, because it plays a major role in identity and self-esteem. And it starts at home. It literally starts as a kid when we go to elementary and we get our hair done to go to school. That experience, how you experience it, if your parent is giving you love, making you feel good, letting you know you about to be beautiful, girl. I got you these barrettes.
Yeah.
I got you these beads. You going to go to school. You going to be everything.
Stunting on them.
Right. So that impact gives your kids a proud identity from home. But when it's the opposite way, which most of us experience, is trauma. When you sit down and get your hair done, it hurts. So what you doing? You crying. You screaming. Your mama popping you.
Yeah.
Your mama talking to you a certain way, like, be quiet. Shut up.
Keep your neck
We
straight.
almost done.
Pick your head
Girl,
up.
you doing too much. Like, I'm not, though. I'm not, though.
Look
you
up,
not.
yeah.
Let me see you get your hair done.
Yeah, snatching it
Right.
and everything.
And then we'll know if I'm doing too much. So it's frustrating for the mom, for the parent, because I'm not even going to see mom. Dad is doing hair now, too. Grandmas be doing hair. This random story. We was going to school in elementary, and my grandma did my sister hair in some old school plaits.
Not the plaid.
You know how they used to do hair? Like, they'll do a plait, and it'll be sticking out on the side, one sticking out at the top like alfalfa, and then she gonna put some beads on it.
Oh, she was doing what
My
she can
sister
with what she
cried that
had.
day. She cried so bad. Like, I can't go to school like this. So, back then, I wouldn't say back then, but my grandma didn't know anything about how to manage black hair. So, when we were seeing hairstyles like that come out the house, we just like, we got to do something about it. Like, we can't be out here looking looking like that. So, then next thing you know, we doing perms. We doing flat pressing combs, which is damaging the curl pattern, damaging the strength of the hair. Perms, which is damaging us biologically, internally, and also, like, so on every level, your self-esteem is being damaged, you're physically being damaged inside and out, and that's happening in your home, which is supposed to be your safe space. So honestly, I blame black people. I don't blame whites, because only reason why, like, whites play a role in it, but it's really us that continue the self-hate when it comes to our hair. And I say this because on TikTok I have a large following, and that's because I mainly post like small tutorial style videos, not really just like before and afters. I'm actually showing you my technique and skill. I'm showing you my process, like how I do this, how I do that, because all my clients, everybody can't make it to Vegas for me to do their hair.
Right.
And I'm not going to ever do everybody hair. It's people are called to sit in my chair, and I stand on that. People are called, like, everyone that sit in my chair is not by mistake. It's intentionally. But if I could educate other black stylists out there, and emerging black stylists, or mommies that's in the home, teens that's in the home, from the techniques and things that I do, they can feel a part. Like, they don't have to feel like, well, I can't do it, so I'm going to cover it up. No, I'm giving you all the resources. You don't have to just cover it up. And it's not about, again, the extensions, you can do it, but try to stay close to your identity.
Yeah.
So getting back to childhood, we get that stripped from us very early, where we get the chance to express our black hair, know our black hair, understand our black hair, see how it's a representation of us. I feel we should start that way, and then gradually go towards other expressions, so that we don't lose our identity when we're covering ourselves up.
Yeah.
And that is attached to self-esteem issues, and sometimes we don't even realize we have a psychological insecurity when it comes to the beauty standard in America.
Absolutely.
A lot of black women are in, I'm going to just say black women, because I don't have a lot of black men that complain about when they going into their natural hair. It could be a little difficult for both, but for black women, it's harder. It's much harder. Can you imagine waking up and saying, I'm scared to wear my natural hair? I don't think I look beautiful. Really, what broke my heart one time is my little cousin. She didn't have no braids in her hair. And I was told, not directly by her, but one of my other clients, because I do a lot of my family members' hair too. Oh, she said she didn't want to go to school because her hair wasn't done. Her hair was done. Well, she didn't want to wear her natural hair out because she don't look beautiful with it. That broke my heart.
Mm-hmm.
She don't look beautiful with the hair that she came into this world with. How? I don't understand why would a young person say that. It's someone that's in middle school, that has that mindset already about their natural hair because you were always getting it covered. Yeah. You're always having extensions. You're always having something that's not a part of you represent you. So when you have to be you, you're uncomfortable with it.
You never get familiar with yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That starts at home.
We mask it. It does. It really does. I think that I don't remember. I wasn't natural until I was in college. Like my entire life it went from like Just For Me, Relax Your Kids.
That's the one. Just For Me.
Oh God, not the theme song. It went from the perm sets when I was a child.
Yep.
And then the hot combs on top of the perms.
Right. Dangerous.
Yeah, I didn't know I had a curl pattern. What's a curl pattern?
Right.
And then whenever the roots grow out, I just relax it again because you want your hair straight. Manageable, easier to deal with. And that's no shame to like my mom for not knowing. She didn't know what she didn't know. What she had was what had always been done. And so it's always been done through our families to just relax your hair. I never saw anybody in my family with their natural hair. Anyone. I think my sister might have her hair natural underneath, but she always covered it with weaves and whatnot. And so I never really saw the expression of natural hair as it grows out of your head. So as a child, you start to believe, oh, it must be bad.
Something's wrong with
Something's wrong. Yeah. You have to do something to it. And it wasn't until I was in college that I think I had shaved my head first. And I had like a mushroom top, and the mushroom top was still relaxed, but the sides were all gone. Yeah. And my friends was like, you don't just cut that off and wear your fro. Because I was just constantly like flat ironing it, and then I was dyeing it. It had damage, all kinds of stuff. I remember in high school, I had the little tracks in the glue-on tracks or whatever, just for a little highlight. No, just a little patch in the front for a little highlight in the bang. But my hair was cut because I was in a school play and I was going to be Holly Berry's Catwoman. So I cut my hair off. I said, no. Then everybody started calling me Fantasia. Okay. So like throughout I was going for Halle, I was called Fantasia, whatever. That's but hilarious. Throughout the whole like high school, college experience, my hair had always been short, but I was always keeping it relaxed. Yeah. I'd be in my dorm room. I'd relax my hair. I do my own stuff until one day a friend was like, did you ever consider having your fro out? And I'm like, who is doing that? Right. We doing that? And I went to a predominantly white college in Flagstaff, Arizona. I don't recall seeing people with afros. Nah. And I also didn't know any style outside of a fro. I'm like, I don't know how to do my hair. So I literally cut my hair off, went down to about this long, an inch long, and just let it grow out. And I haven't had a relaxer since. And that wasn't until like 2014.
But what made you say, you know what, F it, I'm going to try it?
I think I just wanted to see what it looked like. I think my friend at the time, I think she was natural. And she would wear her hair out, and she would be able to do so many fun things with it. And so I do think that kind of encouraged me I saw representation. So I decided I'm gonna try it. I didn't even know what my curl pattern looked like. I didn't know what a curl pattern was. At all. At all. I didn't know it was something you could lose. Yeah. Until I lost it.
You never even had it.
I never had it. So I was growing it out after I graduated college, and then I moved out to Oakland. Everybody, locs, fros, everything, natural. Everybody. It's like I rarely saw anything. I rarely saw relaxed hair, but I also rarely saw weaves or anything. Most people in Oakland, it felt like, to me, in the community I was around, had locks.
I love that.
At that time, I was like, oh no, I'm not locking my hair. Nah. So then I did my fro for a little bit, grew that out. I dyed it. I went through, dyed it purple, all kinds of stuff. As my fro was growing out, my mom, she's the reason why. She said, I wonder how long your hair is. You should go get it straightened. Why? I did it anyway. I went and had this girl straighten my hair, and my curl pattern was ruined. ruined.
Yep.
It was
never got
gone.
it back the same.
It was never back the same. So I had some stringy parts here.
Yep.
I had some fluffy parts here. I had to just shave my
dang,
hair off
I gotta
completely.
start over again?
I started over completely. So that's when I got back into braids and everything like that. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to just lock it.
That was when you was in Oakland?
I first tried to lock my hair in Oakland. And I did it for maybe about 5-6 months. And at the time I was working with 18 to 24-year-old young men, and my locks were in what we call the ugly stage, right?
Yeah.
The quote-unquote ugly stage. And they kept roasting me. They was calling me T Grizzly.
That's why I said it's black.
They were calling
it's us.
They were calling me T Grizzly, and the emotional weight that took on that took on me. I said, no, you know what? I'm just coming out.
I'm not gonna be me.
I'm gonna just come out, and I was not me. And so I was like, I'm just gonna. I'll try this again, maybe when I'm 30.
Yep.
And so after that,
by then you won't care.
Exactly. I just rocked my fro, and I had that out until I moved to Vegas. Vegas is dry.
So dry.
Vegas has zero humidity
at all. It don't got nothing.
My hair was starving for attention, and I'm like, I don't know how to keep you moisturized. I didn't have to in California. In California, my hair was just doing what it needed to do. My until I got that heat damage, like everything.
Heat damage from the weather.
Everything. Now I get heat damage out here from the sun.
Hilarious.
But coming out here, I didn't really have a routine to care for my hair in those ways because I didn't really need to.
Yeah.
So I said, well, I don't have time to really figure this out either because I was opening a store. And so when I opened up my store, I simultaneously locked my hair. Okay. I was like, I locked my hair in October 2020. I started looking for spaces for the store around that time. And then we opened the store in March 2021. So I was really into investing my time and energy outside of myself.
Exactly.
So I said, let me just put myself in my hair in a way that I don't necessarily need to maintenance. I locked it up. I didn't even part it. You saw my locks. I freeformed it. Yep. I had 34, really thick, and I was like, okay, we're gonna figure this out too. I was going through like periods of putting cowrie shells on every lock. I had every lock. And adorning it. I was trying to figure it out because I wanted them to grow too. I wanted them longer, so I knew putting some on the end would give a little weight to it. Exactly. Because I've seen value in long hair for a very long time, and that's been something that I've had to also work through in my black hair.
That's
journey.
one that's also an insecurity that we have.
It really is.
Because we kind of talk that black people don't have long hair. For the longest.
Yeah.
That black girl, bald headed, skittle diddle, ain't got no hair in the middle. So we
got. Is that the version out here?
And weave it.
On the East Coast, it was bald head, scallywag, ain't got no hair in the back, jacked up, weaved up.
Why do we have songs about that?
That's crazy.
And those are young adolescent like songs.
Yeah, like, little jingles.
Yeah, for that age group. So
at
that age though. So like it's constantly being reinforced to hate your hair.
Yeah.
Through us.
Yeah.
Through us. And getting back to that, it's like we only can blame what our ancestors went through for so long because through my understanding of research, regardless of if we had to cover it up or not, we always represented. Like when we had it covered up, we was adorning those coverings. We was choosing beautiful and nice fabrics. We was doing intricate patterns with the scarves so it could still represent our expression, whether our hair is covered or not.
Right.
But we got away from that. And now that we got more information on how to manage our hair, more resources, we still cling on to that.
Yeah.
That don't make sense to me. It's like at this point, it's not that. It's an unseen insecurity in block that we don't want to accept. It's not your fault. Like that programming happened from when you was a kid. Through parents, through media, through family, through just the outside world. We didn't ask for that. So it's okay if you identify that you was affected by that and you begin to heal from it. And that's why Black Hair Shop became a house of intention, because I've always done hair, but I never had a purpose for it. I never had a reason for my skill. I never had a purpose for my talent. I had to be the first one to experience it to understand what I was doing. Yeah. So I ended up locking my hair because I just felt like I just want to wear my hair. Like, I wanted to get away from weaves because I loved those two at that time. I was doing full face makeup, full face weave. I mean, not full face weaves, but full weaves,
Right.
lace, frontals, all of that. I was doing all of that. Not only is it expensive, it really makes you feel ugly. Like, when you don't have those things, you feel ugly. You feel like you should cover yourself, or you're not going to be accepted by the world, or you're not going to look right when you step into the world because you're not covering yourself. A lot of black women experience that because we cover ourselves from childhood, or we manipulate what we look like from childhood through the support of our community. Like, everybody is helping keeping this thing going on.
Yeah.
So once I locked my hair, first I started with like braids and like flux locks, those different type of styles, to try to get used to something that was closer to the natural look. And then I finally was just like, I'm going to start making lock extensions. I was just so drawn to making lock extensions. Then I started making them, and I loved them, and that was my first set. And I had large locks also. I had about 42 long lock extensions with the curly ends. It was when I felt the most beautiful. I felt the most beautiful when I locked, whether the extensions was there or not. And it started making me care about myself in other ways. Like, not just my outer expression, but my mental, who I am, how to show up as my authentic self. It started opening those doors for me because, just like you said, when you was doing your business, you no longer had time to focus on that. We don't realize how much time and commitment that we put into that. Yep. Like, it's a daily ritual. That's how often we do it. It's a daily ritual for you to get up and practice the beauty standard of America or wherever else. You get up and practice it every single day and don't even realize you don't have to.
Yeah.
You can take a break from all of that. You can save some money.
For real, because it is, man, it's pricey to take care of your hair. To take care of, I think we invest the most into the beauty and hair industry than any group of people. It's so expensive to maintain the standards of beauty that we feel we have to have.
And there's categories to it. It's not even just like the actual hair service. You got the actual hair service. You got the hair products, whether it be extension, braiding, weaves, and then you actually have products. Yeah. Like the things we use as far as edge controls,
the mousse, the edge control.
We don't even need all of that stuff.
We don't. We could just have our edges out here all kinds of ways. We
don't need to control them. Oil and water.
We could use oil and water.
Like, if you want to use edge control and gels, it's cool, but it's really just for certain styling purposes. It's not really meant to be used every day. Like, you're supposed to just use it for styling purposes, not really for you to use it like, if I don't have this in my hair ain't done. No. Only thing you need is oil and water on your hair. Also, there was a time when blacks was like, I want curly hair. I want my hair. Like, you realize, like, every black person has curly hair? But we didn't know that.
Yeah.
We didn't know.
We see it as nappy.
Right.
Yeah.
We're not defining our curls. We're not giving our hair hydration. So the reason why your curls ain't popping is because you don't realize your hair is dehydrated. Yeah. It's thirsty.
You probably thirsty too.
Right. You thirsty. Your hair thirsty. Your skin is thirsty. Our hair is like a plant. It needs water. But it also needs energetic energy. Like, it knows if you don't like it. It responds to you based on those things. Yep. It responds to you based on nourishment and love. That's why it's important to me when I have a client, when I'm in their head, that head knows I'm excited. I even tell my clients, I'm excited to do this style for you. Because what my goal is to make you feel and look like what you pictured before you came. In your mind, when you choose a hairstyle, you are like, oh, I'm going to look bomb. You already got this in your mind, what you going to look like.
Yes.
So I got to be the magician.
You got to make it happen.
Yeah. Remember when we did your braids you have now? And when we first finished, it was cute, but it wasn't popping.
It wasn't it.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't.
It was there, but it wasn't there.
Yeah.
But then we added those extra curly pieces to give it that extra that we needed. Exactly. That's what brought it to the next level.
Yeah.
That's what brought it. But if I wasn't so into what I was doing for you, I would have just been like, okay, that's what you asked for.
Yeah.
So you be like, well, whatever else I do, you're going to have to pay me. We're going to have to pay. You're going to have to pay me for each piece that's in here. Like, no. Like, I really value that too. Yeah. You wanted me to walk out feeling satisfied about the service that I got. Happy, and I wanted to be satisfied.
Right. And it was late.
Yeah.
I didn't get, like, I ain't leaving till midnight.
Exactly.
Like, and you were still willing to add more.
Because I care.
Yeah.
Yeah. You represented me. You represent my business. So it's not just about you. It's about the fact that when somebody asks you who did your hair, and you gonna mention me.
I am your business card.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
You gonna mention me. So if you ain't looking right and everything is out of place, I don't want my name said.
Yeah.
But if I make sure you walk out in excellence, you feel great, you won't even have to say nothing. You'll be walking and people will see your glow. And they be like, she feeling herself like.
And was, and is.
Somebody got to see this. And when they see it, they like, and it's nice. And you should have been outside. And I'm happy I seen you. Who did your hair?
Yeah.
Girl, I want to get mine done too. Because they see it's an embodiment. Like, it's not just external.
Yeah.
That energy is a transfer. How I feel when I'm doing your hair, I'm transferring that to you. So when you leave, you feel the same. And you be like, yeah, she care about what I look like. And I do. Because it's, again, that grandmother's energy, that home energy. When the child walk outside and they going to school, they mama care about what they look like.
Their representation of the household.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's important that you reflect what's going on up in these walls.
And you reflect the black hair shop.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's important to me. But, again, it's like crafting to me. And I love to craft. So, when I'm doing your hair, I'm hand making right there on the spot. Like, you getting a handmade experience right then and there. You're not waiting. We're doing it together. You putting in time, I'm putting in time. We spending time together as well. So that it doesn't just feel like a hair appointment. It feel like we're hanging out. It feel like we're spending time. And you can be getting a break. Yeah. You can relax. You can ground. You may need somebody to talk to. We can talk. So all of those things plays a role in the stylist and how the environment is set up for the clients. So when you said earlier, you care about who get in your head. All my clients do. I don't have a client that don't care about it. They all say that from the very beginning that they meet me. Yeah, I'm coming back. You got a client. I care about the energy that's in my head. And I don't attract clients that don't care about the energy that's in their head. Because I care about the energy that's in my chair. And I can sense that from the time you text me. The way you text me, the words that you say, I can sense if you're going to make it to my chair or not. Like, I'm not for you.
Don't come here on no mess. Don't walk up in here on that BS.
Don't text me and be like, hey, I want to get my hair done. This not your cousin. This not your homegirl. That's not how you text me. Yeah. If that's how you texted me, I'm going to see you the online booking link. And when you see my prices, they may be outside of your scope. And I have very reasonable prices, but people that talk like that, they most likely can't afford it. They may be paying like $50, $60 for a retwist. I don't offer $50 and $60 retwists. I offer my value, and it's not just my skill, it's also the experience and the environment that you're coming into that you're paying for. Yeah. It's not just me.
You're allowed, and that's what I want more professionals, especially service professionals, to understand. Like, you don't have to say yes to everybody. No. You're allowed to call in the people that you want and excuse the people that you don't. And that is completely within your purview to do. And you should do that because you going to be in people's stuff. You going to be all up in people's everything. And if their energy is off, you going to be transferring all of that to you. And you don't need that either. So it's really important to be mindful of the people that are booking.
It's so important.
Yeah. And that's no shade to anyone. Like, everybody has their clientele. Yep. And I think it's important to distinguish who your clientele are and who your clientele aren't. And you've been in this long enough to know who should be in your chair and who shouldn't be in your chair.
And I've been in it long enough to choose.
Yeah. Yes. And that protects you energetically. Does.
And that's why I send that signal out energetically. I rarely get people that text me like that. Every once in a while they make it through the stream. But because I stand on a spiritual principle, that spiritual principle is always around me. It doesn't attract those type of people. And when they try to make it through somewhere down the road, they get a hiccup and they get blocked. Yeah. I may not ever know it, but I just know how my energy field work when it comes to clients. Because I look at myself as a therapist or a counselor. Like, when I think about hair, even just the word cosmetology, cosmic, the beginning word sound of the world is cosmic, which means that it's an energy exchange. Like you said, I'm tapping into your aura field, your highest chakra. It's no reason why anybody should just be doing that. It's your hands. You got to be called in a way. Yeah. You have people that do hair, and I've been seeing this go around social media, and I responded to it. So you got stylists that's realizing that people come in and what they call dump. They energy dump.
Yeah.
They just sit in your chair and they just start letting off, busting,
Yep.
everywhere, everything, bleeding on you.
Yep.
And some stylists like, if you're going to get up in here and you're going to do that, you need to pay me for that.
I've seen videos like that. Yeah, they charge a tax, like a dump tax.
Yeah. And I get it, but I don't. I mean, I say, yeah, you got to have boundaries. Yes, you have to protect your energy. But not every stylist is called to speak into people's life. So if you just sit in somebody's chair and you just start dumping and they charge you, they not qualified. They're not supposed to speak into your life. So don't dump on them. Because they want to charge you because they're irritated by it. It's not natural for them. So you want to just let anybody speak into your life.
Yeah.
But those who are called, it happens naturally and it's easy to do it. It's a part of the service. It's not something you can separate and say, I'm going to charge you for that.
Yeah.
It's a part of the service in any type of industry where a person feels comfortable enough to release. And besides that, I'm touching you.
Yeah.
On average, how many people touch you?
Exactly.
Only the ones that's close to you.
Right.
Random strangers is not touching you. So when you come into a shop, new client or not, you're letting me touch you, which means that I'm going to pick up some things that you may feel you need to tell me. Some people don't even get in that chair. They get on that waiting couch and they start talking.
Yeah.
Like, wow, you couldn't wait.
I think it's just natural. It's natural, especially as women. If we spend hours together, like, I want to be able to talk to you. Like, I can't just sit here silently for like 5-6 hours for you to do my hair and you touching me. Like, you are touching me. We're in each other's presence. Like, we not friends.
Right. We forming a relationship right now.
We are building a relationship. That's going to make me want to come back. Yeah.
Like, this person ain't saying the word.
Yeah.
I'm a little uncomfortable with that. Like,
and I think that's important to know about the people that you get that do your hair.
Yeah.
Like, you should know that. Research people before. And I've researched you before I came to you. I already met you before. But I know what type of person, what type of energy I want in my hair and what type of energy I don't want in my hair. So it's like me choosing you, just like your seat is choosing the client.
Exactly.
I'm choosing you too. So if I know that there's a person who's I'm going to be spending hours with that I might not even want to be around, like personally, like as a homie, like I don't even like you as a friend. I don't want you in my head because something about you has to draw me to you. Yeah. And it can't just be that you know how to do braids well.
Yeah, because that's just a skill.
No, this is time I'm investing that I'll never get back.
Exactly.
And I can't afford to spend time somewhere that I don't enjoy.
Right, just because. Yeah. For a hairstyle?
Not for a hairstyle.
Like, no. And those are the ones that you get, that's when you get clients that become like chair hoppers. Like, they hop from stylist to stylist to stylist because it's not really just them, it's the experience with the stylist, I think. I mean, I think it's the clients when it comes to their budget, but I don't think budget should restrict you from those who are called to this service. Like, it doesn't matter if you're a beginner stylist, if you're a intermediate, or you're a master stylist. If you're called to this, you're going to naturally give them that because that's just who you are. Yeah. It doesn't matter what you asking them to pay you. What you asking them to pay you is based on your skill level. And
that's also something that I look at too with pricing as well. When I see a person who is working on hair for 6-7 hours but only charging $50-$75, I'm like, that person is not getting poured into enough. I understand that, like, they could have financial means from elsewhere, from other places, but you're not charging your worth. You're not charging your value, which means you could also be exhausted. You could be depleted doing my hair. I don't want that.
Are you chasing money? You chasing money? And also it be beginner stylists too. Like, maybe they going into a skill such as retwist, but they've always braided. So when they first start, they really need that practice.
And I get that. That I understand.
That makes sense.
As you build up the skill. But if you are an advanced practitioner, you're just trying to get as many heads in as you can. You're also not charging enough to pour back into yourself.
That's abuse.
After spending all those hours on one person. I don't trust it. I don't like it for you. Yeah. I don't like it for me. I'm not in that. I just won't be in the chair. I will pay what the value is for the person because it does matter. It should be an energy exchange. You're putting all this time into me, let me pour back into you. Exactly. Even if financially. And if you're not requiring me to do that, I'm concerned. Like, I want you to want this.
That's good, though, because that concern, it again, that's showing you how the black hair industry is. Yeah. That's really pointing to that, because think about, in other industries, other communities, hair is different for them. They pay for their hair. they don't, it's not like they getting braids or something. They
Yeah.
literally getting their hair washed. They may be getting it colored. They may be getting it blown out and the trims in. The trims cut, the ends cut. But they may pay what, $250, $300, like, for that. And they may be in that chair for what, 2-3 hours, or maybe even less. But the type of styles that we do are intricate.
Yeah.
It's crafting literally on your head, handmade
I
on the
want
spot.
you to charge your worth.
Pay right. The same, a person will pay for a handmade rug more than they'll pay you to make this on the spot, because of the prices that you putting out there due to invisible blocks, the insecurity, not having education in the black hair industry, thinking that black hair is a hustle. Like, it can start off as a hobby and a hustle, but you don't have to always treat it that way. And that comes to exposure too. If you're not exposed or you're not driven to evolve in that industry, you will always be a house stylist. You can have so many clients and not be truly getting your value, like what you're saying, because of that house mindset. Not having the training, the exposure, or the opportunities to see that black hair should be excellent as well. There should be a standard for black hair. There should be a representation. But we still clinging on to that house stylist. But out here in these streets, having commercial spaces, having suites, collaborating with other stylists, but still having that house mentality. Like, we have to evolve past that.
Yeah.
And that's what I care a lot about.
I love that you said black hair deserves to still be excellent.
It does.
Because I didn't really think about how it's like the standard is not as high for us.
Yeah.
From the experiences that a lot of us have. A lot of us get like resentful after hair appointment. Like, people feel like negative energy around certain hair experiences. And I don't know that all communities feel that way.
No.
That's something I need to sit with.
That starts
real.
at childhood. When we in the house and your mama comes sit you down to do your hair, and she's combing your hair and it's hurting because she don't know how to detangle. She don't know the proper products to use for detangling. Don't know the proper detangling tools. It's certain combs for certain curl patterns.
Right.
It's certain products
I'm
you
still
should be
learning
using. Yeah. And why we don't know it is because our hair was covered
We're
when
not
we was
taught
younger.
this. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not taught this at all.
So we don't know nothing about black hair.
I just combed my locks out before coming to you. I had just combed out my locks.
Yeah.
I had spent, I think, how many days? It was like almost a week combing out my locks. And I was looking, before I even picked up that comb to do the first one, I said, I need to find who's doing my hair next. Because I will not just be out here with combed out locks
blowing in the wind
and just out here. No, I don't know. I haven't been with my hair for long enough.
Yeah,
like
you
out
ain't
in
know
its
your hair
natural
like
phase.
that. To be
but
doing
the reason, and I was able to unpack it a lot after, the reason I combed out my locks is because I felt like that gave me something I could control. Like, that's how energetically tied to my hair that I am. I said, there are so many things happening around me and to me right now that I can't control, that are completely outside of my hands. I need to be able to do something. I need to unlock myself. I need to be free to be able to do something. I feel like I am powerless or I don't have control. And a lot of it had to do with my shop. It's like I can't control the waves of traffic that are or aren't coming in. Like, I can't control this feeling of like of like losing or not having enough, or of lack or scarcity. And so I was battling with that a lot at that time. And so I felt like I can't, and I was understanding that I could not change anything that was happening externally. But what I could do was change what was happening within me. And I said, well, I locked my hair up when I had my store. When I first got the store, I locked my hair because I didn't have time to care for myself. I think I'm going to comb it out so that I can now care for myself and focus all this energy that I have on me, because I can't change anything about the business. But what I can do is change me and work on myself. And I gave myself permission to take my locks out and focus on me. I should have known my store was closing when I did that.
Yeah, because like when you said earlier, when you initiated, you locked. So you didn't have to focus on that. Yeah. And then that great transition that happened for you, you evolved some more, and that gave you the time. That's why I love, again, the Black Hair Shop slogan is self-care, self-love, self-enlightenment. Because through that, being able to point back within, and even the artwork and even the logo, the eyes are closed because it's not really about the external. I mean, you're gonna feel beautiful when we're done with you, but it's more about the practice and what's happening through the experience when you get your hair done. So when the client come in, the most important thing for me is the wash.
Yeah.
Because it's the most intimate part. Like, number one, I'm standing over you. I have water very close to your nose in your mouth. And then I'm slightly touching you because the shampoo ball, I had to lean over you. So it's going back to childhood. The way how close a mother will be when a mother is washing a kid hair in the sink. That is going back to that experience. And you have to be very vulnerable to allow your stylist to wash your hair and breathe. Like, the breathing matters. The way I'm breathing matters when I'm washing, because if I'm breathing properly, you will relax. You will feel comfortable. You can feel me when I'm doing it, because it's an energetic exchange. Like, my fingertips are touching your crown. So I take my time with the wash. I make you feel nourished at the top of the appointment. So when we transition to the chair, you relaxed. Like, I'm about to now loosen my shoulders, sink into this chair, put my feet on the ground, take my shoes off, and watch a show. Or talk, or have some snacks. So I'm removing that trauma from, once again, what started when we was a kid. It started that far back. And we be on this hair thing for a long time.
Yeah.
We carry that for so long. Some of us don't get the self-enlightenment.
Our hair is tied to so many of our emotional experiences,
So
even from
much.
childhood. You feel like something's off. You just go through a breakup. You go through we changing up the hair. We starting fresh.
Yeah.
Like, we might shave the hair. We might go through Britney Spears moments.
Right.
Okay, shave it all off.
Melanie.
Let it go. Take it away, or bring more. Like, let's change it up a little bit, because that's how a lot of times as Black women we express ourselves.
Yeah.
We
And it
express
holds
ourselves
energy.
creatively. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's really important to understand, I guess, the triggers for that too. Like, what is it? What is the reason why you want to change your hair right now? I think that helps us
It's a
understand
feeling.
more about ourselves. Yeah. And then it's just as important to know who you're going to go to make sure that you're still cared for in that vulnerable space of transition and openness, because you're trying to figure out yourself. Then you're going to be in this vulnerable space, and in anybody's chair, you want to make sure you know who you're going to.
You could be taken advantage of energetically at that time. Yeah. Because, like, when you say you took your locks down, that was a sign that you was going through a transition at your life, a rebirth. That was, like you said, Black women, when we get this intuitive, like, urge to change our outer expression, it's always a symbolic symptom of something that's happening within. Yeah. Because our hair holds so much energy. So, especially locks. Imagine, like, you start your lock journey and you have your locks in for 2 or 3 years. Your locks been with you through every experience that you had, every emotion that you felt in that time period. Your locks was there. They transform with you because they start little and then they get longer and then they change also. So that's even a representation that we change. And your locks are going with you through that change. So they're holding so much. And it could be your natural hair. It doesn't necessarily always have to be locks, but it does represent what's going on within. Yeah. And when it holds the energy, you have to find a way to remove it or get rid of it. So like you said, we'll just cut it out the breakup. Because that energy of the relationship was, your hair was with you in that process. So you got to feel like, I got to detach from this. I have to remove myself. Yep. The only thing you could do to remove yourself is physically leave. That's one. And the other one is cut your hair. I mean, what else? I don't know what else you could do to detach from that. And the hair is an a symbolic representation of the emotional detachment. Physically, you're removing yourself. Emotionally, you're detaching. And the hair may say, I want to be a new identity. I want a new expression. I'm no longer that person who I once was. Right. So that hair always represents that. The way you dress can change because of that. But that dressing comes along with the hairstyle you choose. Like, okay, I want to go for this goth look with the little strong blunt cut bob and the new makeup.
The
look.
hair ties it together. It's gonna tie anything. Any change you make on yourself, your hair has to tie it together.
It has to, or it don't make sense.
Even being bald is a choice that is impacted by, like, it impacts everything. It like does. How you wear anything is you start from the crown. It pulls the look together. Yeah.
The identity that you recreate in yourself, or even it may be the new identity of you from top to bottom. You need to be able to have that. But the hair is just so connected to the emotion too. So that person that wants to show up may look one way on the outside, but they also authentically got to be that person. The hair helps you be that person. It makes you feel like, yeah, I am her. When I look in the mirror and I see her, I am her. Now my energy is going to match that. And that's what happened to me when I finally locked. When I finally locked, it was such a deep experience for me when I just like took off the lock extensions and started rocking my own locks. And I did the same thing you did too. After 2 years, I combed them out. And I even kept the hair. Was like, I'm keeping my hair. This way too much hair.
I still got my hair. I'm not throwing it out.
Yeah, I'm like, this is too much hair. Like, when I relock, I'm putting it back in. I'm going to relock it. But then I realized I wasn't. I noticed that people that reattach their locks is because those locks, the energy that they hold is not as traumatic, or they don't need that detachment. Sometimes it's a spontaneous decision and they're not ready to get rid of their hair, but they may be going through something at that time that makes them do it. And then that same month they regret it. Like, oh my God, why did I do this? Oh my God, I cut my locks off. Some people is just meant to be locked. So when they have that other expression, they be like, it's cool, whatever, but that's not me. I need my locks back. I actually did that like twice this week, where they brought their locks and they was like, I say, if your spirit calls you to put them back in and you feel comfortable with it, we need to cleanse them first to remove that stagnant energy. But if your spirit doesn't call you to put these back in, and you will know because you will have friction, you'll be going back and forth. Should I do it? Should I don't? Should I not? Don't put them back in. Yeah. Because they're not meant to be. But sometimes people just have that abrupt, spontaneous moment and they cut it, but they really not ready to cut it. It's like a premature cut.
What do you think the difference is in choosing to comb the locks out than cut them out?
Some people really don't know they can comb them out. You know, because you got that idea out there that once you get locks, it's permanent. Right. You still got that random idea out there that locks are not versatile. When you can scroll up and down social media and see that locks are versatile.
Just look at Chloe and Halle Bailey show us that locks are versatile. Every time we see a picture of them, they got a new hairstyle that aren't locks.
Right.
Like, somehow
they're a great representation of it.
Yep.
Like, you clearly see it in your face. It's not that. Yeah. What I noticed, what it is getting back to what I said earlier, it's black people. Black people don't like, not all black people. Black people struggle with accepting black hair. When you go into those comments of people wearing certain hairstyles or even locks, or people getting lock extensions, it's the black people that's in those comments talking mess. It's not white people. They love our hair. It's not other ethnicities. They want to touch our hair. We see that. We see that they see our hair and they be like, I want to touch it. It's so beautiful. It's so they praise it, but we don't. We are the reason why we're holding ourselves back from expressing ourselves and showing up with our own unique beauty, because every ethnicity has their own unique beauty in their own way. But we don't like to express ours. And I don't understand that. It's like the world wants to see us. Yeah. They want to know what we look like. They want to see us rock our authenticity. But we are the ones that's holding us back. And then we'll say it's them. We'll be like, oh, our ancestors, let that go. I mean, I will never say forget about it, but don't keep clinging to that. Don't keep making that the reason why you're not being yourself. And then you'll compliment a black woman that got locks and be like, I love your hair. I wish I can do it. You can. You can. It's just the hair you came out your mama with. Like, you can. What's stopping you? Oh, it's really the beauty standard.
I do think the Eurocentric beauty standards are what we have to tackle first, because as a community, we understand, like, there's a sect of community who understands the importance of having natural hair and not over manipulating your hair and all of that stuff. But then there's another segment of the community that feels like this is safer to do. Like, I'm in corporate, and they do pass laws and legislation that discriminate against people wearing their hair naturally in certain styles and everything like that. So it does feel there is a give and take. There's still a pressure externally to hide parts of ourselves. Not everybody loves us and wants to see us rocking ourselves in our full authenticity. But there has to be that other side of you that wants to do it anyway in spite of that.
How do you change it? By doing it.
But also holding space for all the different ways in which we express ourselves and style our hair. You want to put in that weave, put in your weave, sis. You want to rock your locks next day? Yeah. Do that. I think that's the beauty of our hair, too, is that it's so forgiving. It will come back when it's treated right. Like, as long as you're taking
will.
care of your hair, you're not gonna lose your curl pattern before you blow dry it or flat iron it. As long as you protect it, keep it taken care of. And I think that's a reflection of how well we take care of ourselves.
It's true.
And if we're taking good care of ourselves, and we're going to want to take good care of our hair, and it's going to be an extension of us. Anytime anyone sees our hair, they're gonna see our hair thriving. Will be thriving too. It's hard for you to be dehydrated and your hair to be moisturized.
That's crazy.
Like,
because now you showing them a representation and showing up in a healthy light on how they should look at it.
Right.
You have to teach people how to treat you.
Yeah.
You can't let people decide how to treat you and you just go with the flow. Now, when it comes to the corporate thing, that makes sense. They have a reason why. They have a purpose for not rocking it. But those who are in the middle, that plays a role in talking down, carrying on that old school way of seeing black hair. Nobody telling them to do that.
right.
It's just the insecurity. It's you want to do it, but you're afraid to do it because you want to accept yourself.
Right.
So you project that out onto other people who's going through what they call the ugly phase, which I like. I like that because it's real. It's not saying that you're ugly. It's saying how you're going to feel about yourself when you lock. So you should expect that psychological break that's going to come with stepping out of a Eurocentric beauty standard. Why? Because you're not used to it. It's going to be a shock. So that's why Black Hair Shop is a transitioning home. That's what I call it, because black girls don't know they need support with going natural. You just can't do it. You can't go cold turkey. You can't just go cold turkey. Like some can. But if you've been having this same system and programming for so long, it's not going to be easy to break from it. You're going to need a support system that's going to speak into you, that's going to support you. And also the thing that happens when you begin to go natural is you begin to find these different traumas and these different blocks that comes up because you're not focusing on the beauty standard no more. You got the time. And then going natural, it makes you start feeling more in tune with yourself. It start making you, again, self-care. You start having those awakenings, and you're going to need someone to support you, or you may not make it through it. Yeah. So I have clients, when they first start, they may text me so many times in that first month. Oh, I woke up this morning. I don't know if I could do it. I don't know if I could do it, girl. Oh my God, this is so hard. Like, it's so hard for so many people in the beginning. And I'd be like, I say this is normal. Don't feel like this is only happening to you. This is very normal. It's a part of the process. I'm going to send you some inspiration styles for no matter what stage you're at. And I'm going to show you just how creative we can be so you can make it through this first stage. I'm putting you on training wheels. Because I'm going to help you make it through this first stage. I'm going to show you how you can be versatile with it. You can still feel beautiful and great with it. And then once you hit normally like that 3-month mark, 6-month mark, that's when you be like, I'm locked. Like, you start to embody who you are by that time. And there's a gift that comes with it. And that gift is a confidence that you've never experienced. And you only can taste and receive that confidence by showing up as yourself. Yeah. That's what we don't know. Yep. But you got to do it first. You got to grow through it. Yep. So when you see a black girl walking through the store, or a black man walking proud because of his locks, and everybody coming up saying, I love your hair, because it's a norm. I love your hair. How long you locked? Black people, Mexicans, whites, whoever, they telling you that. How long you locked? It's like, was you getting that many compliments before you locked, or before you start wearing your natural hair? No. But when you start wearing your natural hair, the world starts to see you. That's that gift. That's that confidence that comes with when you show up as yourself, you're going to be praised because the world wants to see us. And once they get to that stage, you can't tell them nothing.
When I moved out to Vegas from California, it was like people in Vegas had never seen a fro before. I was getting people walking up to me all over the place. Oh my God, your hair is so beautiful. Oh my God, wanting to touch me and all kinds of stuff. And I'm just like, y'all ain't got froze out here. Right. But there aren't a lot of natural people out here. There's not a lot of people wearing their hair out here. I don't see froze really at all. Not 4C froze either. It might be like looser curls.
A loose curl.
Yeah, but it's definitely not like
a real
thick, like shrinkage, full blown
afro.
Yeah. So that was a culture shock for me. That's something that I had to get used to. But I saw a meme recently that's like, tell little black girls that you love their hair. And it's so important for us to affirm that early on because it really does, because we don't hear it enough growing up. It's always something that we have to do, have to manage.
Yep.
It's not something that we get to do and celebrate.
And just be.
Yeah, it's like something that always has to be tackled. So telling a little black girl that you like their hair is really important. Now I'm gonna be doing that to every little black girl I see, and boy, especially the ones that are growing their hair out and stuff too. I think that's special as well, because we don't see a lot of black men with long hair out here either. It's often demonized or stigmatized. So I love the opportunity to be able to show love to people through their expression. Like, this is how you are showing up. This is what you wanted to do with your hair today. I like it. Like, if you like it, I love it. I love it. Go ahead. I love when people be wearing the cat ears and doing the hair, like all kinds. I'm like, go ahead.
Yep.
I love it.
Because that's inspiring other people to do it. Like, it's not as difficult as you think it is. It's just the programming that has to be broken so that you can know you good. Like, we didn't choose the programming. It chose us. Yeah. So when you have someone that's helping you identify that, then you should be like, oh, you're going to help me deal with this. Okay, so I can be myself. Because at the end of the day, no matter what you look like on the outside, what you feel like in the inside is what people is going to experience. You can try to cover yourself up with makeup and this persona, but we're energetic people. We feel a vibe before you speak. I can feel your aura before you talk. So you can think you faking it, but in real life, you're not. Yeah. We're going to see you. If you really insecure and you all dressed up, it's still going to show. Yeah. It's still going to show.
If you think you look good, you will feel good.
And people will confirm that for you. They'll
reflect it to you.
Yeah. Like, oh, and you do. And you do. Because they be in that mirror for you. And even getting back to the black girl, the young black girl meme. So I had this video, this young black girl, her dad drove in from Reno to get her hair done. And it was so in alignment because I was at the gas station and I saw her auntie at the gas station just checking out, and I saw her hair, just a cute little fro. She just started her locks, and I said, I love your hair. And I was like, you just started your locks? And she was like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, let me tell you about Black Hair Shop and what we do, especially because you just started. If you need that support system, if you need that creativity so that you can make it through this first stage, I'm here. And then she was like, oh, I actually my brother is coming into town today. They didn't have no stylist for that girl hair. They was just coming down here to find a stylist. Oh, so wow. I was aligned it was a divine alignment. So when she told me that, I was like, okay. She was like, I'm about to call my brother and let him know that I found you so that he can bring my niece. I said, okay, great. He brings his niece. It was a horror story attached to her experience because she had braids. She just had regular box braids. And I guess the person that took her hair down didn't know how, and they cut her braids. They just cut them at the root. So she had the new growth and then the braid, and they just cut it off. They just cut the braid off. They didn't know how to remove it. So, and this is a young girl that she was probably like 6.
Oh my goodness.
She was young. So imagine a young black girl going to school with short spots, tall spots, short. It looked like she was having some type of hair disorder. That's how bad it looked. So when I said, I recommend that we lock her hair. She already have a traumatic experience with braids, so I can't just instantly say, let's braid it. Let's put it in box braids, because it just came out of box braids, and this is what happened. So let me just lock it, because it's even going to be easier for you to manage. You won't have to get it done so frequently. So her hair was horrible. I mean, it was bad. But I ended up recording the process, and her dad also told me that she started feeling insecure. That she came to him and she told him, I don't want to look like a little boy. The kids at school was going to make fun of me. So she already knew how important her hair was. She already knew at 6 years old that as she walked out into the world with her hair like that, she wasn't going to be accepted. Yeah. So I did it. I did the thing. Added her a little kinky curly ponytail to the top. Just a cute little bun. Did magic on it. When I posted that video got like 9-point-some million views. Wow. But you know where the beauty came in? So many black women was in those comments. She's beautiful. Oh, I'm so happy you blessed her. I mean, they was pouring love into that little girl. People was messaging me, I want to send you a cash app for her next appointment. Her daddy live in Reno. I want to send him money to make sure he get to her next appointment. Like, black women showed up to support, to make sure that she didn't go through that traumatic experience when she went to school. Multiple people. It could be like somebody that seen the video months later and was like, I want to bless you for what you did for that little girl. I'm going to send you a cash app. That was happening. That's how I knew it was a divine appointment. Getting back to what you said, we have to pour into our kids when it comes to their hair. When I saw that, I said, wow, we really do care.
Yep.
We really do. It doesn't matter how we show up in the world and we cover our hair, and maybe we not at the stage where we can just come out like that and be natural, but we don't want to see our babies go through it.
Yeah.
So maybe I can't just hop into natural, but before this child get to where I'm at, I'm going to stop it now. I'm going to send the money for her dad. I'm going to make sure that I'm telling her how beautiful she's so beautiful. She just got, I'll send it to her daddy. I'll say, let her read them all.
Yeah.
Let her see how people feel about her wearing her natural hair. And she don't look like a boy. I told the whole story. And people supported it. And that made me feel good. So I said, it's not only people out here that hate their hair, but it's also people out here that's ready to change this process that we go through when we're kids. Because that's when it starts.
So at this stage in life, how does hair heal you?
Hair heals me because it heals others. I already went through mine from when I decided to lock my hair and be myself. But because I know that what I'm selling and what I'm servicing is an experience, it's not really just the hairstyle. That's just a part of it. When people get that feeling that I want them to have, that was the feeling I got when I accepted myself, and I can get another person to experience that. That's how I'm healed. That's how I'm fulfilled. Like, okay, mission complete. This person feels great about themselves. They feel great about their hair. They feel like, okay, I could be a black woman. I can be a black man. I can show the world. And I always tell them, be prepared. When you go out there, everybody going to praise you. Everybody going to be complimenting you, especially at the grocery store.
Yeah. The grocery store, they just love standing behind you in line, man. You get all the compliments.
That's where it goes down.
Checking out, yep.
That's where it goes down. When I go look for new clients, like if I'm doing street marketing, that's why I'm pulling up.
To the grocery store.
I
love that. That's a true Capricorn right there.
Yeah, I'm pulling up to the grocery store. Going through. That person got locks, that person, and I'm approaching them. I'm letting them know what we got going on, where we located. What can I help you with? Especially because it's a certain thing that I specialize in. Like I do braids, I do weaves, I do all of that. But I specialize in locks because I want people to wear their natural hair.
Yeah.
So when they come on my page, that's what they see.
Yeah. That's a beautiful act of community service. It really is. I mean, you're helping people look better. And when they look better, they feel better.
Good.
And they be nicer to people.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, it's really hard for you to be this pretty and this nice looking and be mean. Like, you don't choose that. Now it's not cute no more. So you want to keep it cute. So you are doing a service to the community, helping us keep it cute. Helping us be kind to one another because we appreciate how we look in our appearance. I know that I feel better whenever I have my hair done. I'm like, okay, and she's doing it.
Period.
Okay, period. And thank you for that because it's so important, and it's important for me recognizing just how much my hair means to me. It makes a difference in my life, in my energy. Oh yeah, it's really. I'm grateful to have you.
Thank you.
So thank you for being here. I think my next style, I do think I'm going to go back to the lock life. Okay. But I think I'm going to do sister locks or micro locks.
Okay.
Very small.
Your hair is so thick, you can do it.
I want to have a thick head of micro locks. Like, that's what I want. And I was really proud. And one thing I'll say before wrapping up is that it wasn't until I went on my natural hair journey in college, I actually started to embrace my hair and showed those around me that I can wear my hair out. I can have my hair in a fro. I can have my hair in locks. Locking my hair, giving myself permission to do what I wanted with my natural hair, gave my mother permission to do what she wanted with hers too.
See?
She went from weaves and wigs to then getting sister locks. So
you
now
inspire
she
people.
Is sister locked. And it takes us making that change and showing that things are okay for other people to feel inspired and empowered to be able to do the same thing.
Exactly.
So I think that's one of the most important reasons why we should express ourselves, be unique and original, because we never know who's watching and who we may inspire.
Exactly.
And by doing hair, you do that.
Yeah. supporting people, allowing them to feel comfortable with being themselves.
Yeah.
Also giving them the resources and tools as they go through that process of finding out who they are. That's why we do the healing workshops. So that's why I say it's not just a hair shop. It's a village now.
Yeah.
But before it got to that part, it's resources, it's healing. Because when you sit in a chair and I'm helping you go through this process of getting closer to who you are, regardless of what training wheels we put on, whatever step we take, we're going to get you to be who you are. But when you go through that, you're working with the shadow. And as you as you get closer to being in your light, you also have to deal with the shadow at the same time. So when that shadow comes up, I have the resource for that too, so you don't fall back.
Yeah.
And I put you in a safe space and give you a variety of different healing modalities that you can start with. You can choose. I can't make you start here, but you can choose where you want to start. And from there, as you grow through your expression, you also heal within. And then when you show up, you fully integrated who you are, and you're now living that lifestyle.
Yeah.
That person you wanted to be. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's a lot. It's mind, body, and soul when it comes to hair.
It is.
Black hair.
And it says even more about you and your commitment to service to assist people beyond the chair. It's so important to give people the tools for success.
Yeah.
It's so easy for us to revert back to what's easy, which it could be a
Yeah.
perm or a relaxer because this is just too much.
Yep.
Thank you for providing the tools that are necessary to make sure that people can be successful on this journey. It's all connected to our healing.
It really is. That's so powerful that it's just the hair,
Yeah.
but it's so much more.
It means so much more.
It's so much more.
Thank
I
you
love
for
that
being
we talked
here,
about
Angelina.
this. You're
How can the
welcome.
people find you?
So you can find me at Black Hair Shop on Instagram, on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and soon you'll Instagram also Grounded Oasis. That's the healing workshops, but just hair services. Black Hair Shop with 2 L's.
Two L's.
BLLACK. On any of your social media platforms, you can check out the work. You can go onto our Vagaro page and you can see the services that we offer. The prices are there, so you don't gotta text
Love
me and
that.
be like, "What you charge for this?" It's hard for me to get to the messages, so everything is there. Convenience is there. If you wake up in the middle of the night because you had a dream about a popping hairstyle, you could be like, "I'm about to book right now."
Right now.
And you can.
And I do.
At your convenience. That helps me as a stylist and that helps you as a client.
Yep.
I don't need to have boundaries crossed, because there was one thing you did mention early that I want to just say, that at our next open house, we're going to be focusing on the local stylists and the emerging stylists, so we can talk about the importance of mental health and work-life balance as a hairstylist. Because as you said earlier, you got great quality, but you charging this, and at the while you're charging this, you're also getting sick. I experienced that. I got really sick at one point from overworking myself as a hairstylist, but my intentions and purpose for that was to get that shop open. And once I opened those doors, I fell back and I got myself back into alignment. But some people never get to do that because they look at hair as a hustle. So we're here to educate beyond the chair, not just service the clients, but to prepare other stylists that's emerging and local stylists, helping them rethink and rebrand and understand that there's business in hair. And if you understand the customer service and you understand how to continue to skill, if you are a therapist behind the chair or if you just a skill stylist, we there for that as well.
Okay.
So that's BTA, Black Textures Academy. If you come to the open house, that's going to be next month on the 19th, then you'll get the opportunity to learn about all those resources.
July 19th. All right.
Yep. So that's it.
That's it.
Thank you everybody for joining, and I hope that this conversation impacts and that you learn and get what you need from it.
I pray that you all find healing through your own hair journey and that you know how important it is. Don't just sleep on it because it's something you have every day.
Yeah.
But know that it does play a role in your healing, like it has in mine. Until next time, remember that healing starts when you stop pretending that you don't need it. This is Healing in Progress.
Ashe. Peace.